Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back. Draggy times. Dealing with draggy times at the Walmarts, which can be a pain in the ass in the gig economy. Waiting for that time, waiting for the items to come. And welcome back to my channel where I give you all tips and tricks on the gig economy and my experience with Walmart, DoorDash, Grubhub. Basically, all things in the gig economy to the best of my ability in the 7 years that I've been doing it. And the one thing that I do deal with a lot, especially when you're dealing with Walmart, is basically the draggy times. A draggy time is when things are so slow in between each of the deliveries, and anything can slow it down. Um, if there's one thing that I've always taught on this channel is to be able to use time efficiently and effectively to work the day to earn your income and to just have like a barometer or a gauge for yourself to know how many hours you got to work in the gig economy. And if I put in 8 hours, okay, those 8 hours are what I put in. I basically set my timer, go out, work my 8 hours. It eliminates the pressure and the headaches, and miraculously the money just flows to you based on those 8 hours, based on those 9 hours, based on those 5 hours, based on those 3 hours. My schedule is never the same every single day, but I always make sure to arrive to 40 hours a week by the end of the week. And I just make it. I do it. Working 7 days. But the one thing that really gets to be a pain in the ass sometimes are the draggy hours. The hours that are in between each delivery. And many things can happen. Sometimes a Walmart might not have it. You got to understand that when you're doing Walmart Sparks and you're doing curbside pickup, there are many moving parts to that. Okay? App can mess up. The identification process, which is a pain in the ass. Okay? Sometimes they want you to ID yourself several times. Then when you get to the Walmart, you don't know if there's enough of a staff there waiting for you to be able to pack your stuff for you. Okay? So there are many factors that are involved in those draggy times. That's why it's just so important just to have a timer, start the time like if you're punching in like a regular job, and just dedicate your 8 hours to that time frame, because that's the only thing that you can control. And you'll notice and you'll observe that when you're working the 8 hours, you'll experience batches of draggy time that's just like, oh my god, like why is it taking so long? Or sometimes it also wears you down a little bit too, because it's like you're sitting there doing nothing, waiting. Trust me, I wish Walmart Sparks could be smooth, but it's not built that way. Okay, when you have so many moving parts that are involved with going to the store, picking it up, app issues, app problems, you're going to experience these things that will happen, especially draggy times. Okay, things that you just can't control. The best thing to do in those draggy times is to be very disciplined and focused in keeping your mind occupied, doing other things. Emotion comes from the mind, okay? And if you can distract yourself and keep yourself busy during those unforeseeable draggy times, then you'll have a better chance of just getting through the 8 hours that you put in. I mean, the good positive thing about it is that you're not stressing yourself out and you're not, struggling hard or, pushing yourself hard like if you were working consistently straight through all the time. I sometimes use those draggy times as rest time in between, so I can just close my eyes, chill, relax, wait till they, have everything brought out to me and set up. But sometimes it can go over a little bit. So the best thing that I normally do, especially if I'm at a store that's very infamous for draggy times, I basically have a timer on me, and I time them twice on 2 10-minute time frames. So for instance, I'll stay, I get there, I'll wait, I'll set my timer for 10 minutes. And if nothing comes out within those 10 minutes, by then they'll probably send you a reminder that you're getting paid a little bit of extra money for earnings. I don't know how much that is for the extra weight. And then what I do is I set my clock again another 10 minutes. And this way, if I feel that it goes to 20 minutes in total, I get the hell out of there. I drop the order and get the hell out, because now it's eating too much of my time. And the only thing that I have control over is where I am at. If I stay there longer, it bleeds out of my pocket. And the app doesn't understand that. Walmart doesn't understand that. So you have to know how to use your time efficiently and effectively so it doesn't bleed out of your pocket. And if there's too much draggy time, then you have to make a judgment call and decide, well, maybe it's time for me to drop this offer and maybe go grab something from DoorDash or Grubhub and wait till the next hour, or maybe grab something from another Walmart. It's really dependent upon you. Trust me, when draggy time comes in, time goes by very fast, and time is money, okay? And you got to be able to make that 8 hours count to the best of your ability, because you can't control the uncertainty. All you can do is work with it, use the right time that you can put into it to make the most of it and get the most out of it that you can. Beyond that, there's nothing else you can do. And so the best thing to do is just use your judgment. If you feel that you're at a particular spot for a very long time, over 20 minutes, just get the hell out of there. Get out of there as fast as you can, because there's only so much that you can control. And you got to be able to use time out here to your advantage, and always remember that time is your ally, okay? And you got to be able to position yourself the right way out here with the hours to prepare yourself for those draggy times, for those times when things are going to mess up, for those times when things are just not going to flow naturally, okay? These apps are built by man, and man is fallible, so they're going to mess up, okay? And it would be great if it could flow naturally, but it just doesn't do that. Every delivery, whether it's food delivery, whether it's grocery deliveries, has its own unique challenges. Sometimes it will flow beautifully, and sometimes it will not. And you have to prepare yourself for those unpredictable times. You, nobody else. Especially if you want to make sure that you're working your hours, and you're doing it the right way, and you want to hit a certain number every single week. So I hope that helps you a lot, and take some information with this and use it in your own endeavors out there. And leave me some comments below. Let me know how you guys do out there with your draggy time when it happens. What do you do to keep yourself busy? And if you have any questions, or if you need any help on anything, feel free to reach out. You know the drill. Have a great day.